Hello and welcome. Arathix here. I'm not feeling too great this week, I must say, but we are going to have a look at the Blacktron Renegade, which I built over the weekend, and yeah, it's a great set, and let's just dive right in. Right, so here we have it, the Blacktron Renegade, set number 10355, 1,151 pieces, 3 minifigures plus little robot, and it is 18 plus. I'm not entirely sure why it's 18 plus. I think I wouldn't have put it at 4 plus or one of a below 10 rating, but it's not that complicated. Maybe just because it's aimed at adults, because it is a remake of a set from 1987, which was also called the Blacktron Renegade. That was set number 6954, but it only had 302 pieces and 2 minifigures. So this remake is actually about 4 times the amount of pieces from the original. So it's quite an upgrade. I really, really like it. I'm absolutely loving this ship. Yeah, maybe you had one of these in the 80s, one of the original ones. I personally didn't. I sort of missed out on the Blacktron, the original Blacktron run anyway. It wasn't in stores anymore. They sort of moved on to Blacktron 2. I really liked the black and yellow. Like, don't get me wrong, I do like Blacktron 2, but I prefer the old black and yellow with the sort of upside down Triforce logo. That's the Blacktron that I remember looking at in some Lego magazines. I think they were my cousins, my older cousins, and um, I just looked at all of these cool Blacktron ships and just really, really wanted to have them, but they weren't in store. So when they did these revivals, because they also did another one, which was the Blacktron Cruiser. This itself was a remake of a set called the Blacktron Invader, also from the 80s. So when they brought out these two sets, they were both instant buys for me. This one was originally a GWP, so I went out and got that GWP immediately. This one I didn't queue up in stores. I ordered it from the Lego website because I wanted to not go out and use all of my Lego Insiders points to get this because I didn't quite have enough to afford it, but the Insiders points got me there. It did get stuck in the mail for a while. I had to chase it down. It took Lego quite a while to send it to begin with, but imagine it's just they have so much stuff come out on January 1st. I imagine they had a lot of orders. But anyway, onto the set itself. It is really, really cool. I do really, really like this set. It's um, very good remake in my opinion. I know some people are a bit they don't quite like the amount of yellow on here, but I don't actually mind it. I think it's a nice compromise. I have seen people redo it with black in certain places, and it does still look good, but I'm going to keep mine the way that it is. Now, one of the big draws of this set is that it is completely modular, pretty much. There's a lot of parts that you can take off and customize, so you can move things around, or if you bought a second one, you could even combine them into different things. So we'll take a look at the modular sections in a second, but we'll have a quick look at the sort of play features of the set. Obviously, we have our cockpit, which opens, and it can fit our two of our Blacktron spacemen in it. The original, I believe, could only fit one in the cockpit. So we've got a little bit of an upgrade here. We can now fit two. This nice piece at the front that forms the front of the ship is actually printed. I am pleased to say there are no stickers in this set at all. Everything that you see is printed. That computer screen in there is printed. This is printed. These arrows are printed. These little details here. I know that they're quite simple, but they are, again, based on sets from the 1970s. So they're trying to, I think, modernize it without losing that sort of retro feel. But you do get some cool ones, like in this car here. You've got some cool ones, with actual people on the screens and a little bit more detail. But it's all printed, which is fantastic. The next feature that we have is we do have these little drones. Now these have the upside down Triforce logo on them, made out of the triangular sort of sign pieces. And I think that's just awesome way to incorporate this. I think these drones are really, really cool. They've got one on each side. So there's also one on this side, but I'm going to leave that one in there. We also have these removable sort of power cells. Now, I don't necessarily think it's a great idea to have these so exposed, and an enemy ship's just going to target these with and make them go boom, and then your engines won't work, or your ship blows apart. So maybe not the best idea. Maybe they're not power cells. Maybe there's something else, but they definitely look like power cells to me. The last major feature of the ship is that it does have this little truck in it. This is going to be quite difficult to do with one hand, but I'm going to try my best. It is actually sort of droppable. So if you were flying above, you wiggle that and it drops down. If you had two hands and you were flying the ship, you could make it actually fly down and drop off the things. Something's just come off the front there. So we've got this truck here. It's a very cool truck. In the original set, I believe you only get this sort of like little 2x4 block with some wheels on it. So this truck is quite the upgrade. I very much enjoy this. It sort of looks like a battle truck to me. I could put some guns on the back of it, and then it's a bit more of a battle. I don't think that's what they were going for, but that's what I'm going to use it for. So very cool little truck. And it can go in either way as well. It's part of the modular. It can go that way or it can go that way, depending on if you want to double this up, or you can completely reverse it if you want. Right, so I've quickly flipped it upside down just to give you a better look at the feet for landing. So it does have these retractable landing legs. So they just fold back in like that, and then they come back out again. I'm not going to fold all of them in because I'm going to fold them back out and flip this back up the right way. Now, it is a little bit fiddly to get these out. There's nothing that you can like easily grab. You just sort of have to wiggle it around until you get it out. There we go. So then we'll flip it back the other way. Ooh, I'm breaking stuff all over the place. Right, so flip it back round, and then we will detach some of the detachable parts to show you the modular ness of this set. So the cockpit comes off. That's the first bit. This little part here, which is a bit harder to get off because it's so stubby and short. Hold on. There we go. So that bit comes off. And then the back thrusters. Also, if I can get them, there's one. And then the other. Those also come off. So you could sort of remake this set if you wanted. You could have, instead of having this on the left, you could have this on the right. And it just sort of fits straight in there. No problems. I mean, I'm not lining it up very well because I've only got one hand, but there you go. So that would click in, and you could have it on the right. You could even flip it around. You want to have it that way around. Have the cockpit on this side, and then put the thrusters on the back there, and then put the car in the middle. It's really up to you. I think I might buy a second one of these, and then stack two of these big middle frames together, have a double cockpit at the front, and then I'll have two of these little trucks that I can drop off. And then I'll put like some rockets on these things and replace the metal detector because they don't really need it. They are, in my universe anyway, they are pretty much fully a combat force at this point. But yeah, there it is, the Blacktron Renegade in many parts. But you can, customize it. It is I really, 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 really like this set. Bob obviously is the commander of Blacktron, so it's kind of needed to have as much Blacktron stuff as possible. So yeah, I'll definitely be picking up more of these. So just put it back together, and yeah, what do you guys think? Did you pick up this set? Are you gonna pick up this set? If you got this set, what did you think? Did you like it? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with everything on this channel. Drop me a like; it does help me out quite a bit. And yeah, for now, stay cool, keep building, and I'll see you next time.